Hi, and welcome back to M1 Yarns and the Michigan Makers Podcast. I'm Jamie, your host. If you are new, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I have not one, but two finished object reviews. Is this a twofer? I don't know. Anyway, you're getting 2-in-1 because this is an outfit. This is the Bold Stripes top by Williams Crafts and the coordinating skirt. These are both actually free patterns on Ravelry. The free pattern link on Ravelry takes you to another website where you kind of have to dig through ads and various other kind of filler, if you will. Or you can purchase the pattern for a small price in a kind of traditional PDF format. For each of these, I chose to go the free route, mostly because I wanted to see if how accessible it was so that I can recommend it to you or not. And no complaints, really. What I did just for the ease of my use was I kind of copied and pasted the sections for my size into a Word document and then kind of worked off that rather than the very busy website that the free pattern lives on. So the yarn I used for this is yarn I purchased at a yarn shop last year. It escapes me. I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank, but I will find the tag and I will insert it on the screen. Anyway, the yarn was DK weight and I held it doubled. And I also held a strand of a sparkly yarn, which I suppose you can kind of see. There you go. You can kind of see some of the sparkle. I probably didn't need to hold that thread of sparkly yarn because it was super fine. It didn't amount to a hill of beans as far as the gauge is concerned, but I thought it had a nice close-up effect. You can't really see it when you're like this, but when you're close to me, like I said, you can, and it's just kind of fun. I like sparkle. Anyway, so the gauge for this top and skirt are both Aran weight, which is nice for a quick project. I actually think I knit this sweater in 10 days. It was really addictive. And actually, here is the main feedback that I think I would like to offer potential knitters of this pattern is that, so she's written it where you purl. So like all this is, it's not, what I'm trying to say is it's not knit inside out like a lot of tops like this where you see a lot of purling in between a small amount of knitting. And I think in hindsight, now I'm not a knitwear designer, so I probably am not the expert to consult on this. I would actually love some weigh-in from any designers out there. But if you were to knit this pattern in reverse, essentially knit the purls and purl the knits from the pattern, you could knit this inside out probably faster. I don't love purling, but this pattern may have converted me to a purling professor. I don't know. But I hope I'm making sense in describing that. But essentially, I think it could have gone faster knit inside out. Nonetheless, it was a lot of purling and I actually enjoyed it. And the only modification on the top that I did was on the sleeve. After you finish your last decrease, which on me is about here, you're supposed to knit a little bit further before you start this like kind of different ribbing on the wrist, on the cuff, if you will. And I wanted this to be an extra inch, so I just started it right away, and that's just my preference. So this is a top-down seamless design, and I think if I were to knit it again, I would probably try it on before starting this little like diamond motif, and probably maybe move it down 4 rows perhaps, just so it's a little bit more on my actual waist than like sitting right at my underbust. But that's just an idea. I don't know if I'm committed. I do like how it looks on me. The skirt, I made 0 knitting modifications. In fact, I don't think I even added any length, which I was nervous about. But I tried it on. Amazingly, it fit perfect. After trying it on again and then one more time, I decided that just for my own comfort, I would sew in a thin elastic band at the waist, which was, I'm really not a sewist. So that was a little bit of a challenge. I did use my machine. It worked out fine, miraculously. This might be something where if I were to do it again, I would take it to my local seamstress, who is a genius, and I would trust her with this. Or I would, my mom actually had a really good idea. She sews a lot. If I did a zigzag stitch and then run an elastic thread through that, that may have created the same results that I was seeking, which is basically just making sure that my waistband kind of stays up on where I wanted the skirt to sit. So my mom, actually, I just went out to visit her, and she was kind enough to take some FO photos for me, so I will insert, if I haven't already, I will insert a couple here. I think overall, this is a winner. Both of these are a winner, I should say. I'm really pleased with the pattern. I'm really pleased with the fit. I can't wait to rock this out with like some black tights and maybe like Doc Martens for a little funky look, or even maybe some like tall boots. But yeah, this was fun. This was really fun. And if you have been watching my channel for like the last 6 months or so, you know that I have recently become a big fan of knitted pants. I did some leggings and then I did some joggers recently. And now I think I'm a big fan of knitted skirts. I've actually knit a maxi skirt before, and it was very warm. I just freestyle designed it, and that was probably 5 years ago when my knitting skills weren't even quite so much where they are now, and that turned out great. So for those who are scared to knit a skirt, I say go for it. That's all I have to say about these. I will link the patterns below. Please go check them out, and if you knit these, let me know. Tag me on Ravelry or Instagram or wherever you post photos about your project. Message me if you have questions. But I hope your knitting is bringing you as much joy as mine sure is. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.